great opportunity to, first of all, thank the work that your outgoing officers have done, but also introduce you to your new leadership team, and especially for those who are new or guests, to really understand what is it that this team has signed up for, and how can you support them and hold them accountable, as well as yourselves. So before we get to the new officers, I want to thank the outgoing officers. So if I can have those officers stand. Kahin, is that it? Kahin, Hannah, just stand. JC, okay. Kai, did I say that correctly? Kai G, Kajia? Jashin. The VP of Public Relations?
Yeah.
Is that you? Okay, great. Oh, thank you. So that's how do you say it?
Jashin.
Tashin, okay. Wenpei, Alex, and Fawn.
Not here.
All right. Well, on behalf of District 4 and Area E5 and the members of San Francisco Mandarin English Toastmasters, we thank you for your service, and I hereby discharge you from your duties. Thank you so much. You may be seated. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to call up each officer. We're going to start with our Sergeant at Arms. You're going to come up here, hold the gavel, and I will explain your role. And then I will ask you if you will perform these duties, and you will hopefully say yes. We will begin with your Sergeant at Arms. And okay.
Should we have a stand-in?
Oh, it's okay. I mean, it's okay.
We should have a stand-in.
Jashin can
I'm next.
Okay, great. So you can. So we have video evidence that you are speaking for her.
No, actually, he's going to be called up because he's going to be one of the new officers.
Yeah, well, it's okay. We'll start with the treasurer. So we'll start with Treasurer Preston. All right, come on up. So you'll hold this, and this gavel is symbolizing the responsibility that we're passing on from officer to officer. So as the treasurer, you are responsible for the club's bank account, right? The treasury, managing the funds, setting a budget, and also making sure that you guys are achieving the incentives. We have free money available to you from the district. I think I saw that Stephanie told you guys last time, so hopefully you've been taking advantage of that. So you can track that and make sure that they're making use of it and earning them.
Sure.
And of course, making sure that all members are submitting their dues on time, but more important, that you're submitting them on time to Toastmasters International. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I'll try my best. Yes.
Yes. All right. All right. And so you'll stay here, and then you'll pass the gavel along to Corrine. Yes. All right. All right, Corrine, as secretary, your job is actually often overlooked, right? A lot of people, this is a behind-the-scenes role, just like the Sergeant at Arms who's not here, but you made sure that we had a room, you had supplies. Secretary is keeping all the records of the club, and you can really have a lot of power, because a lot of clubs, you cannot have a meeting or a club without a secretary. You're keeping the official records for the club. And now in this new age of pathways, you're also a base camp manager, so you can help with that as well. And this is a role that I really enjoy. It's really flexible. You can actually do a lot with it. You could create a newsletter. You could send out minutes. You could really do a lot of things to keep the club informed. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Great, thank you. Is this you? No. Yeah, Jashun? Yeah.
Jashin, yeah.
Jashun? Yeah. Jashun? Is he?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let's pass that on. So as the Vice President of Public Relations, you want to make sure that this is not the best kept secret. You want to let the world know that you exist. It's a wonderful club, and obviously the person before you did a good job, because we have all these guests. So you want to make sure that the word is out there. Use all the different resources to advertise the club, as well as your events, right? If you're having a speech contest, an open house, those kinds of things. And you can do that through various ways: social media, newsletter, radio if you want to, right? Anything you like. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Of course I will.
Great. Vice President of Membership, Shia?
Yes.
All right, Vice President of Membership. This is a really crucial role. You're responsible for the membership growth of the club and making sure that the membership is taken care of. So once the VP of PR gets the guests in here, you want to follow up, make sure that they're well taken care of, they know how to join the club, and once they join, you orient them to the club and plan activities to make sure that they continually stay engaged and want to recruit their friends. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Great. Vice President of Education, Xiao? Yes, all right. Vice President of, we'll just keep going the line here. Vice President of Education, this was my very first role. I helped to shatter a club, and this was my first role, and it's kind of what I'm doing now. This is in my blood. But this is a very important role. You're in charge of the education program of the members, and you get to really know them all and what their goals and why they're here, and help them achieve those goals. You are responsible for the educational program, the agenda, making sure roles are filled. But of course, you don't have to do this alone. You can hire a committee, or recruit a committee. I'm not sure if you want to hire a committee. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Great. And our president, Wenpei. I can already see you're doing a great job leading the club by your wonderful speech.
Thank you.
And that's the role of the president, right? Is to set the tone, set the vision for the club, and make sure that the officers are doing their job and helping them achieve her vision. You, of course, are not going to be micromanaging them, but you're making sure that they're accountable, and you end up filling in where needed, right? So you're the one who keeps the ship afloat. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
It's a lot of duty, but I will.
It is, but you have a great team to help you, and if they're doing their job, you can do a lot less. So. All right, now, we're not done. I would like to have the membership stand now. The growth and development of Toastmasters depends largely upon the actions of this group. On your honor, as men and women of Toastmasters, do you pledge to individually and collectively stand by this club, live with it, and work with it through the coming year?
We do.
Yes.
All right. Our officers and our membership are now installed. Congratulations.
Stand together, Kodak moment. Kodak moment.
Maybe we should like
You want to stand there? I can take a picture.
Against the
Like
white,
in the-
against the white